Hello, my fellow nature enthusiasts. I am out here on the shores of the Sacramento River. You can see the downtown Sacramento skyline behind me. Just kind of out looking around, seeing what I can see. And I wanted to tell you all, so take a break from birding a little bit, tell you about this amazing birding celebrity who's super famous, and rightly so, and I'm happy to make her more famous. She is Wisdom, a Laysan albatross that's been nesting on the Midway Atoll out in the northern Pacific for decades. Wisdom is pretty amazing. I mean, all albatrosses are amazing. They can fly tremendous distances, often tremendous distances without touching the water or land. They do so in an incredibly efficient manner where they use air currents coming off of the ocean, off of waves themselves, to keep themselves aloft and save energy. And they can go for huge distances and huge amounts of time without needing to flap even once. They're impressive because they're enormous. They have a gigantic wingspan, some of the biggest flying birds ever, the biggest ones, some of the biggest in the world other than condors today. Wisdom is amazing for several reasons. One of them is that she is actually the oldest known wild banded bird in the world. You can probably hear these Canada geese coming in, flying past. She was originally banded on the Midway Atoll in 1956 and has been going strong ever since. And she was banded as an adult, probably estimated about 5 years of age when she was banded. So that makes her now something like 69 years old, which, as I said, is the record holder, the oldest known banded bird ever, since people have been banding birds officially. Incidentally, in case anyone's curious, her band number is Z333. So, in case you're curious. So, Wisdom has had a couple of different mates over the years. Albatross possibly mate for life, but they certainly mate for extensive periods of time. She has had the same partner, she had the same partner for many, many, many years. And then when she did switch partners, and we're not sure entirely why albatross do this, but when she did, her next partner, she had that partner for many, 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 many years. And it's incredible because most of the year, albatross are solitary. So these are two birds that go off, wander around the Pacific Ocean by themselves largely, then come back to Midway, find one another, often at their same nest spot, and raise a chick. One chick at a time. Albatross only lay and raise, at most, one chick per year. And this is another reason why Wisdom is so amazing, is not only has she lived a very, very long time, but she's also been reproducing very, very, very successfully over those years. She has produced something on the order of almost 40 chicks over the course of her 69 years of life, which is pretty astounding. She's been very successful over the past several years, raising one chick per year, like clockwork, like a rock star. It does look like her return to Midway Atoll this year, which just happened in November of 2020, has been somewhat later than usual. And so the biologists who keep track of the albatross population on Midway Atoll are kind of thinking that she might be taking a break year this year. She and her mate may be taking a year off. Arrived a little late at the breeding ground, just sort of have a a relaxed recharge year before getting back into it next year. This is very common for albatross. It takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of resources to raise an albatross chick. And so that's one of the reasons why albatross only lay that one egg each year. And sometimes, if they've had a rough year, or if they've bred several times over the course of the past few years, they may just take a break, stock up on their own energy reserves, do a little sort of self-maintenance, and then get back into breeding the following year. So it'll be interesting to see if Wisdom actually does take a break here this year, or if perhaps this late start actually doesn't mean that and she's going to make up for the lost time. But she's a pretty amazing bird. She's a great example of why long-term banding studies are so important. Without having banded this bird back in the 1950s, we would have no idea now that she was so old. We would have no idea that she was so remarkable. We would have no way of tracking the movement of individual birds. And so being able to do that, being able to form relationships with individual specific birds, being able to gain knowledge about those birds, and to be able, at a population-wide level, to be able to understand more about population demographics. How long is a normal life expectancy for a Laysan albatross? What are the extremes? Who is the oldest? And what is the potential, the possible lifespan? Which, as of right now, according to Wisdom, is 69 years old and going strong. I'll leave a link in the description of this video for some more information about Wisdom and how you can sort of learn some more about her. And I hope you do. I hope you look at her. I hope you follow her and follow her progress. There are several groups that report frequently on Wisdom and the albatross population in general on Midway Atoll. So I hope you enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and leave a comment. And if you generally like these types of videos, please subscribe to this channel. I've been having a lot of fun creating the first few videos. I'm hoping to keep going strong, and I really hope that you join me on this adventure. So until next time, explore the natural world.